2, 3, funky.
Who you love and who you wanna be. I'm the girl of your dreams, ain't no other me.
The first thing I'm gonna talk about is just knowing what you want to do. Like, this is so important. You never want to go into anything that you're starting out without having an idea, a grasp on what you want to do. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect and you need to know all the steps and you need to know from A to Z where you're going, but to at least know the first initial steps to get to where you're going is very, very important. So before you apply to a college or before you start entering into the process of getting into school, you need to know what you want to study, what you want to major in, what you want to be, okay? This is not easy. I myself have struggled greatly with this. Sometimes you're going to hear a lot of students tell you the same thing. A lot of people who went through the same process of had these similar stories will tell you the same thing. I started out with this major, then changed to this major, then changed to this major. It's very, very common. So knowing what you want to be and knowing what you want to study prior to getting into college is nothing but a great tool for you to maneuver and to get your way through school successfully without wasting time. Now, you say, Jess, okay, I need to know what I want to be. I don't know how to figure out what I want to be. I don't know what that means. I don't know what are the steps, what are the tools. I don't know how to figure these things out. I'm sorry. I'm just getting out of high school. All I'm worried about is looking cute and having my hair done or getting the new J's or having a haircut and things like that. I'm not really, 100% on what I want to be. Perfectly fine. No problem. To figure out what you want to be, you need to figure out what you love. A lot of celebrities, a lot of like big stars will tell you that is the trick to it. You need to really figure out and hone in on what makes you happy. What type of hobbies or what type of trades or what type of things do you participate in on a daily basis that requires none of your energy because you love it? It doesn't feel like a nuisance to you to do it. You need to pick a career that you could see yourself falling in love with, that you see yourself getting up every single day and having that inspiration to do it. For me, the reason why I knew the medical field was the right way to go was because I've been through a lot of things in my life that changed my perspective on what was important to me. When I finally zoned down, I realized just being able to have financial freedom was the most important thing to me. With the nursing field, it definitely guarantees financial freedom. It guarantees a job that you can hold on to for the rest of your life. It guarantees a trade that no one can take away from you. It guarantees experience that's going to help you in the long run, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're facing. And it also opens the door for traveling. When choosing a school, you want to make sure that you consider all these things. Don't just go to the first school that accepts you. Put your application out and do your research. Find out their parking situations. If you have a car, you need to know these things. Do they let you park for free? Do they have a parking lot? Do you have to park on the street? How are the parking rules on the street? Do they let you park only from a certain time to a certain time? About Blackboard. When you figure out the ins and outs about Blackboard, and this is for CUNY schools, I'm not sure about any other college outside of CUNY, I'm not sure how they operate, but I know that CUNY schools are primarily the more affordable schools around the world, so they're kind of considered like the public schools when it comes to the college world. So for CUNY schools, most of those systems use CUNY Blackboard. So your teachers are sending you using your email that's linked to Blackboard or linked to the school or linked to CUNY. These things are very important. You need to know these things prior to starting school. These are the baby steps. These are the pre-steps. These are the essentials. Some schools are way more expensive than others. You need to be able to go to a school that's within your payment bracket rate. Make sure that you find out if you qualify for financial aid. Financial aid is another very important aspect of college. Anyone that qualifies for financial aid should do their best to get financial aid. There is nothing wrong with getting help to go to school. School can be very costly. Books can range anywhere from $100 to $200 per class. And I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of money just sitting around waiting for me to spend it. Okay, so you want to make sure that your steps are very calculated. You want to think about what you're doing before you do it. You don't want to just make these steps out of nowhere, and then later you're regretting it. Like, oh my God, why did I do that?